Good morning, players. Let me get this straight. Let's just take stock of this situation. So the Republican Party is willing to support a candidate that was impeached twice, incited an insurrection, refused the peaceful transfer of power, hoarded America's secrets, classified documents in his shitter, so much so that they had to perform an FBI raid on his private residence to get America's secrets, those classified documents, back. Someone that was indicted on 91 felony counts, convicted on 34 of those felony counts. In fact, in most states, because he's now a convicted felon, he wouldn't even be able to vote, but he could run for president. But I digress. Someone that was found liable for the actual assault of a woman owes her millions of dollars. Someone that owes New York millions of dollars because of their shady business practices. In fact, some people would say it was a hoax, his whole running for president, because he ran under the guise that he was such a successful businessman. However, that was a hoax. Someone who has not quite endorsed Project 2025, which has all of America on the edge of their seats wondering what the hell is going to happen with democracy. He hasn't endorsed that, but he has Agenda 47 that is pretty much aligned with Project 2025. He has not denounced Project 2025. In fact, it was designed for him, but I digress. Someone who lied 30 times at this very debate that's at the center of the conversation on why President Biden should step down. The Republican Party can support their candidate, but the Democrat Party can't support theirs. Someone who raised over $30 million after that very debate. Make it make sense, because it doesn't. You have Van Jones going around Annalise Keaton's internet decreeing and declaring that there are backdoor conversations on how to replace President Biden. Don't you see what's happening here? Donald Trump has been very quiet since this whole thing went down at the debate. He's letting you guys do what he already knew you was going to do. Get scared. You have no spine. Come on, Democrats. You've lost your mind. Look at what President Biden has done. Y'all act like President Biden hasn't given y'all an agenda to talk about, because he definitely has. 15 million jobs created, over 800,000 manufacturing jobs, billions of dollars in student loan forgiveness, even though the Supreme Court put a hack in forgiving the student loans. President Biden has found a way to forgive student loans. The most meaningful gun violence reduction legislation in the past 30 years. Saving and preserving the Affordable Care Act, the child tax credit, infrastructure, the most funding given to HBCUs, the most funding given to small businesses, appointing the most black federal judges, the most diverse cabinet, appointing the first black female Supreme Court justice. I can go on and on. The Democrats act like they have nothing to talk about when it comes down to President Biden, as if he has done absolutely nothing in the last 4 years. I tell you one thing, if the Republicans can support a convicted felon who was impeached twice, who incited an insurrection and refused the peaceful transfer of power, then you guys can definitely support President Biden. I think it's absurd, and I think this is a distraction that was intricately placed by the Frump and Dump campaign. You notice they're quiet as fuck. They're not saying anything at this point. Why do you think that is? Because the Democrats are doing all the work for them. Players, put your thoughts in the comments. It's Double D Mo for the Black Street News.